Hi and hello everyone. Welcome back to EduMust. Well, in the last class we have studied about the nucleus of the cell and the parts of the nucleus and their functions. So today we will be moving to the next part of the cell, that is cytoplasm. That is a very important part as the nuclear and the plasma membrane in the cell. So let's see what is cytoplasm, what are the parts involved in the cytoplasm and what are their functions. So let's begin. So cytoplasm. So let me just brief you. Cytoplasm is nothing else but which is embedded in between the plasma membrane and between the nucleus. So whatever the fluid we find between the cell is called as cytoplasm. So first let us see the nature and the occurrence of the cytoplasm. So how does the cytoplasm looks? Okay. So the cytoplasm, it occurs between the plasma membrane and the nuclear envelope, that is in between the nucleus we can see. Nucleus and the plasma membrane, whatever the fluid we see, it is called as cytoplasm. It contains aqueous solution called as cytosol containing cell organelles and other materials such as insoluble waste and storage products. So what are the storage products? It might be starch, glycogen, lipids, etc. So what does it mean? It contains aqueous solution called as cytosol. So it is a little bit like in the liquid form which is called as cytosol. It contains some materials inside it. If you have seen in your textbook, you find in the structure or in the diagram of the cell, whether it might be a plant or whether it might be an animal cell, you know very well it has some minute parts present in them, isn't it? So those are called as cell organelles. So these cell organelles are having again specific role present in them. Okay, and it is not only with the cell organelles, it is also having other materials. What are those other materials? That is nothing else but they are like insoluble waste and storage products. Okay, waste भी होता है और we can say as storage products भी present रहते हैं, like starch, it might be glycogen or it might be lipids. Okay, now let's see the cell organelles. What are their functions? Before moving, like what is specific the cell organelles called? What are the role in the cell? Before going to that, let us just revise like what are the functions of the cell organelles. So cell organelles, first it synthesizes the proteins, lipids, helps in the photosynthesis of the food. So you know very well photosynthesis, it is occurring in the green plants. So it is synthesizing the proteins, okay, and as well as lipids, that is we call it as fats. Then second, it secretes cell products, okay, such as enzyme, hormones, mucus, etc. It is also playing the role of secreting the some products. It might be enzymes, you know very well what are enzymes, what are hormones and mucus, you have already learnt about them. Then third one, it digests substances by the cell during ingestion. Means it is also helping in the digestion of the food when it has been once taken, that is ingestion. Then last, it also generates some energy. So you know very well cell is a part where the energy is being produced. And you know how the energy is produced? Energy is produced through in the form of ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate. I have already explained you what is ATP and what is ATP. Okay. So now we will see what is present in the cell organelles, what are specifically they are called, okay, what are the nicknames given and what is their function. We will see about the first cell organelle, that is endoplasmic reticulum, that is even in short form called as ER. Okay. So we will see what is the main function of the endoplasmic reticulum and what it is, or how it is seen, or how is the occurrence of the endoplasmic reticulum. So endoplasmic reticulum is called as ER. First thing, it is having again inside the fluid called as lumen. Okay, ER in the sense endoplasmic reticulum connects the outer membrane of nucleus and plasma membrane. Okay, so it is connected with the plasma membrane and even with the nucleus. Then it occurs in the three forms, that is cisternae, vesicle and tubules. So, endoplasmic reticulum is not found only in the one kind of structure. So, it is also made of 3 different forms. Okay. Then the main part in the endoplasmic reticulum are 2 types, that is rough endoplasmic reticulum and one is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So, what is in shortly we call it as RER and SER. So, let us see what is this RER, that is rough endoplasmic reticulum. First thing is, what is the function of RER? So, here rough endoplasmic reticulum is always attached to the ribosomes, so it is rough, okay, and it is helping in synthesizing of the proteins. Okay. Then SER, that is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum is not attached by the ribosomes. Okay. Now see what does it does. So it secretes the lipids. So smooth endoplasmic reticulum is secreting the lipids there. Okay. Now this is very important and most of the time the question is asked in the examination also. It might be even related to the 9th or it might be even in the 10th standard. RER and SER functions are usually being asked in the examination. Okay. So keep in the mind. One more thing is there about endoplasmic reticulum, that it is absent in RBC in mammals. You know very well who are mammals. We human beings also belong to mammals. So endoplasmic reticulum is absent in RBC, that is red blood cells. So it is absent in the RBCs, usually in all the mammals. So let us see now what are the overall functions of the endoplasmic reticulum. First one, it forms supporting skeletal framework for the cells. Now how we have the skeleton system in our body, in the same way how the skeleton system in our body supports our body and other organs, in the same way the ER, that is endoplasmic reticulum, is acting as a skeletal framework, where especially in the cells. Second one, it acts as pathway. Okay, it is a way where the distribution of nuclear material from one cell to another is being taken. Okay, it helps in distribution of the nuclear material. So materials from the nucleus to the one cell to the another cell. Third one, enzyme present in SER, that is enzyme present in the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, synthesize fats, steroids and cholesterol. Okay, so it is present or it is helping in synthesizing the steroids, fats and cholesterol. And RER, that is rough endoplasmic reticulum, transports protein from one or the ribosomes to, we can say, the other surfaces. Okay. Now we shall move to the next part, that is ribosomes. Now we shall move to the next cell organelle, that is ribosomes. So here, how is ribosomes present in the cytoplasm? First of all, they are dense, spherical and granular, attached to RER, that is they are attached to the rough endoplasmic reticulum. They are always dense. So let's see what does this ribosomes contain. So it contains RNA and proteins. Last class also I have told you what is RNA, that is ribonucleic acid, and also it is having proteins present in them. Okay. Then we shall move to the next part, that is it is not having any membrane. So the membrane is absent in the ribosomes. Then they are present in both prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Okay. So here we can see ribosomes are present both in eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells. Now let us see what is the function of the ribosomes. So mainly the ribosomes are helping in production of the or synthesizing of the proteins. You know very well, cells are also synthesizing their own proteins. We have seen even in the rough endoplasmic reticulum that it is synthesizing the proteins. So as it has been attached to the ribosomes, So RER, that is rough endoplasmic reticulum, is synthesizing the proteins. Now we shall move to the next part of the cell organelle, that is Golgi apparatus, okay, or it is also known as Golgi body. Now let's see how it is. So Golgi apparatus or Golgi body is having the set of membrane bonded with the fluid. So it is also having many membranes which is filled up with the fluid, okay, and this our Golgi apparatus also are in the different forms. It might be like vesicles, okay, it might be like a cisterine, okay. Then it is the network near nucleus in the animal cell. So it is acting as a nuclear or it is acting as a network. You know very well what does the network of your internet does. It is connecting the people as well. Here the Golgi apparatus is connecting, or it is giving the network which is near the nucleus in the animal cell. Now let's see what are the functions of Golgi apparatus. First thing, it is the main function here is it is a secretory organ. It secretes. So first let's see what does it do. It acts as a storage process of packaging of various cellular secretion. So in the cell whatever is been secreted, okay, it is acting as a storage. You can say like storage bag, or also helping in the packaging. Then the packages are then dispatched to the plasma membrane, lysosomes, etc. So here the whatever the storage and the packaging has been done in the Golgi apparatus, they have been also sent to the different parts of the cells. Then it produces vacuoles which contain enzymes, proteins, cellulose, melanin, etc. So what is it is producing? It is producing the vacuoles. So what are those vacuoles containing? Vacuoles are containing enzymes, proteins, cellulose and melanin, okay. So now we shall see about mitochondria. So the nickname given to the mitochondria is nothing else but it is called as powerhouse, or it is called as powerhouse, okay. So let's see how does the mitochondria looks. So mitochondria is again embedded with the various shapes. It might be present in the spherical, cylindrical or rod shaped, okay. Now the mitochondria is having double membrane envelope, means it is having two membranes present. One is outer membrane, that is porous. Porous in the sense it is having the minute holes like structures which allows some material to move in and out from the membrane, okay, and it is having inner membrane that is having folds inside it, okay. And mitochondria is again absent in the RBCs in mammals, as we had seen for the which type of organelle that is absent, that is in the endoplasmic reticulum. We had seen that RBC is again absent in the mammals, so same thing is happening even with the mitochondria, okay. Let's see what is the function of mitochondria, okay. Mitochondria is very important. It is the first, that is the site of cellular respiration, okay. You will be learning when you come to standard 10th, you will be learning about the respiration. There you can learn how the respiration takes place and how the energy is been produced in the cells. That is, it is a site of cellular respiration, okay. Then it releases energy in the form of ATP. I told you adenosine triphosphate energy is released in that form, but the energy here is been released in the two ways. How? First thing, it helps in synthesizing of the chemical compounds. You know, chemical reactions takes place in our body, in the cell, and that is helping in the forming of compounds. Second, it helps in the mechanical work. Mechanical work in the sense contraction and relaxation of the muscles. Third, it makes their own proteins, okay. As I told you, organelles are rich in making of the proteins. So mitochondria is also one of them which is producing or making their own proteins. This is about mitochondria. Let's move to the next part, that is lysosomes. Very well. Most of the time the question is asked, what is or which organelle is called as a suicide bag or digestive bag in the cell organelles. So you should remember it is lysosome. So it is called as a suicide bag. Why it is called suicide bags? Let's see. First thing, let us know how it is. So lysosomes are very simple, tiny, spherical, sac-like structures. So they are very simple, tiny in the sense very small, and they are sac-like structures. Second, they are having single membrane. As we had seen in the mitochondria, they are having two membranes or double membranes present, but here it is only single membrane and have powerful enzymes. Okay, it is also having enzymes. Why these enzymes are being used? Let's see. First thing, enzymes can digest and break down the organic materials within the cells. So what is this enzymes doing? They are helping in breaking down and digesting the material, that is organic material. Then they are made up of RER, that is they are made up of rough endoplasmic reticulum. What is the function of lysosomes? Lysosomes can destroy the foreign bodies such as bacteria and virus. So it will not allow the entry of bacteria or virus in the body. Then again we will see what are the functions of lysosomes. Now let us see the next function, that is the lysosomes helps in removing the worn out and poorly working cellular organelles by digesting them to make way for their new replacement. That means it is trying to remove out the, you can say like damaged cellular organelles by digesting them, okay, and to make their own replacement. It digests and try to make their own replacement. Then next one, that is during the breakdown of cell structure, when the cell gets damaged, okay, lysosomes may burst and the enzymes eat up their own cells. What it is doing? During the breakdown of the cell, okay, when the cell is breaking down, the cell gets damaged. You know very well, when we fall down, some of the part of our own body also get damaged. In the same way, in the cells also, then what does this lysosome will do? It may burst. Lysosomes will burst and the enzymes eat up their own cells. That is why they are called as suicide bags, because they are eating their own cells. Got it? Now they are called as suicide bag. Let's move to the next organelle. Now we shall see the next organelle, that is plastids. You know very well, plastids are only present in the plant cells and absent in the animal cells. Now let's see how does the plastids occur. So plastids occur only in the plant cells. They have genome. Genome in the sense DNA, that is deoxyribonucleic acid, and also it is made up of ribosomes. Okay. Now what are the types of plastids? Actually, what is the plastids doing in the plants? It is providing the color to the plants. So mainly the plastids occur in the three types in the plant cell. First one is chromoplast. Chromoplast in the sense the colored plastids except green color. Other than green, it is having all other colors. So it is called as chromoplast. Then the next one is chloroplast. Chloroplast is also called as its kitchen of the cells. Why it is called kitchen of the cells? Let's see. First thing, the chloroplast will provide the green color to the plant. You know very well. Green color usually you find in the like tender stems, in the leaves, isn't it? So what is the green color? The green color is nothing else but the chlorophyll that is present in the chloroplast. So what is chlorophyll doing? It is helping in synthesizing of the food, that is photosynthesis. It is helping in the process of photosynthesis in the plants. So it is called as a kitchen of the cells. Then comes leukoplast. So what is leukoplast doing? It is colorless plastid. So it is not having any color. So what is the main function of this plastids? It is providing the color to the plants. When you see the plants, they are of different kinds. You may find in the flowers, you may find in the roots, you may find in the leaves, you may find in the stem, you may find in the buds, you may find in the fruits also. So there are different types of colors that is found, that is because of the plastids. Then moving to the last part of the cell organelle, that is vacuole. So what is vacuole doing? Let's see. So vacuole is a fluid, either it is in the completely fluid or it is in the solid filled form. Okay. It is having the membrane. It is having membrane present. It is also known as storage sacs. Why it is called as a storage sac? Let's see. First thing, the vacuoles in the animals, they are temporary and small. They are not like permanent based. They are temporary. They like die after some period of time. But whereas when you see in the plants, they remain forever, or we can say they are temporarily found in the permanently found in the plants. Then vacuoles, what is vacuoles doing? It is storing the water, glycogen and proteins. So it is called as storage sacs. Okay. Then it is rich in, vacuoles are usually rich in sugar, amino acids and minerals. You know very well what are amino acids? They are nothing else but the proteins which are broken down into the smaller particles. They are called as amino acids. What is the function of vacuole? Let's see. First thing, the vacuole helps to maintain osmotic pressure. You know what is osmotic pressure? You have studied in osmosis. Plasma membrane, you have studied about osmosis. It is nothing else but the taking of the water. Okay, that is movement of the water through the osmosis process, that is called as osmotic pressure. Then second, it stores toxic metabolic byproducts in the plants. So what it is storing? It is storing the toxic in the sense which is not good. Okay, metabolic byproducts in the plant cell. Then third, it provides turgidity and rigidity to the plants. What do you mean by turgidity and rigidity? It is nothing else but it is providing like a mechanical support to the cells in the plants. So this is all about the cell organelles that we have learnt throughout. So let me just recall what are those organelles. So first we have studied about endoplasmic reticulum. In the endoplasmic reticulum we have learnt about smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum, that is called as RER and SER. After that we have studied about Golgi apparatus. We have studied about mitochondria. We have studied about vacuole. We have studied about lysosomes. We have studied about plastids and what? Nothing else, but we have studied all this, their functions and their structures. In case if you are having any doubts regarding this, you can comment me. So here your lesson of standard 9th, the fundamental unit of life, the cell, is getting over. So like, share and subscribe our Edumas. Till then, have a great day.